Welcome to the Relatable podcast, a safe space for open and honest conversations created for Black people.
This podcast explores how we relate to one another in our intimate connections, friendships, family, and everything in between. Hosted by 3 Caribbean women. I am Fiona, a single mom.
I'm Shaween, a very near empty nester.
And I'm Chantal, a free-spirited monogamist. Relatable, because a shared journey brings hope.
Welcome back, guys. It's episode 2. We made it.
Bop, bop.
Yeah, man. All right. So last week, I was in the hot seat of our Getting to Know You episode. And what a laugh we had. So in this week's episode, I will be unpacking Miss Fiona and her love for everything, including foil paper. And food as well. I think she'll be speaking a lot about food this week.
It's not.
All right, so here we go. Enjoy.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Fiona's picking her first card.
All right, you ready?
It looks long.
It's okay. What things do you often end up buying that don't, on reflection, much of the time, actually satisfy you that much?
Hey, food. I don't spend my money too much on frivolous things. I think the thing I regret most is probably spending it like on food, because it's like I don't really buy too much clothes. In terms of when I buy like art materials and stuff, I always find a use for it, and it brings me happiness when I'm creating art. So whether nothing happens, if the world never sees that piece of art or whatever, I never see that as a waste or is unsatisfying. But yeah, sometimes when you're just lazy, I guess being as a single mother, sometimes you don't feel like cooking, you just order some food, or like stress buying. You know, you see something, oh, that piece of cake look good, and then it's just not. And I think I need to diversify how I cook. I'm tired of my own cooking. So I think, long story short, there's a lot of disappointing food out there, and I get vexed. Because it's a real come down. Like, you know, you get excited, you get home like, yeah, I go dig into that thing. Take a bite like, oh, it's not great. And you keep eating it, hoping that it will improve. And then you just finish the thing and you vex.
And now the thing is, I know Fiona, and Chantal, you know Fiona. And Fiona and waste. Fiona don't like to waste.
So she will eat the
Fiona
whole
will
cake.
I'll
eat all.
No matter she don't like it, no matter it's not satisfying her, she's like, hey,
Fiona will eat it.
That's how my parents are very anti-waste. Okay, so even Showin found it hilarious that she comes to my house in St. Lucia and we reuse foil. So they have the foil, we just wash it, hang it. I mean, if some of the foil is at the point of no return, say you cover like a lasagna and stuff, it's a whole sheet, right? Mm-hmm. And don't watch me like that.
I'm trying to keep a straight face, and it's so hard.
Listen, I am so happy she got that question.
Okay.
I am so happy.
If it's like, and the foil don't mash up, to save the environment. You see y'all? The way y'all looking at me.
No. This is a no judgment zone.
No
You're
judgment
judging me.
zone.
I'm not judging you, Fiona. It's nothing but admiration.
No.
I mean, to the point of reuse. I know people who reuse foil.
Thank you.
It always like takes me aback a bit, because I'm like, but it real crumple. But being crumpled has nothing to do with how effective it is, right?
Listen.
So this is a no judgment zone.
Listen.
After y'all finish judging me.
I have a story. So Fiona and I, we were in quarantine together in St. Lucia, and we made some cocoa tea. And you know, when you make cocoa tea, I do not know when you make it. So there's all the residue at the sediment at the bottom.
Right.
And I watching the cocoa tea, knowing Fiona will tell me off for throwing the damn cocoa tea.
Pressure.
I want to wash the pan. and there's a little bit of cocoa tea left. And I said, Fiona, I threw it out. She said, girl, no, don't throw it. I'll drink it. I'll drink it. And I'm like, okay, leave it there. The afternoon, the cocoa tea. I say, Fiona, you drinking the cocoa tea? I'll drink it. Next morning, the cocoa tea still there. I'm like, oi, I threw in that. I just threw it. But the horror on her face when I threw the cocoa tea. Why you threw the cocoa tea? I tell you, I'm going to drink the cocoa tea. The thing gone. She does not waste. So that was a very good question. But food, really? Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay.
First of all, showing his team through. She will throw anything that pissing her off.
My children.
She will throw, like, she will say if she buy a whole cake and she tastes 1 spoon of cake and she don't like it, she just throw the whole thing.
I will.
I mean, shall we?
We're polar opposites.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're polar opposites on that aspect.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just balance in between. Okay, no. All right. Well, Fiona, you remind me of my stepdad so much more today.
Really?
It's hilarious. It's like... My stepfather, Mr. Wellington Paris, listen, I don't think he's ever thrown anything away.
Wow.
In the time that he's been in my life. He's been in my life since I was 3 years old. I'm 48. And there are things when I go back home to Nevis.
Still there.
And I'm like, what? Man, you don't remember when you buy me that? I'm like, yes, I was 12. Why do you still have it?
It's sentimental.
But it's like, like I buy him a little diary and still, I'm like, but it's just, okay, fine.
Yeah.
But it's sentiment to him, though. It's a memory to him.
True. Very true. But I veer on Sherween's side in that, you know me, Fiona.
Yeah, you don't like
I don't
clutter.
like stuff around me. It's like, go, give it away. Charity, give it away, or go along. But yes. Next question.
Anyway.
I
Let's
can't
go.
believe you looked at me like that.
I'm sorry.
It's okay,
I love
darling.
you.
It's okay.
It's all love.
We're going to
It's all
balance
love.
you out. Don't worry.
Okay.
Let's go.
That's me. That's my drum roll.
All right.
Next one. Okay.
All right. Let's go. Ooh, nice question. What did you most enjoy doing as a child? Do you get those feelings now?
That's a good question. I think overall I had a really good childhood. I think my childhood was like a dichotomy, right? So it was like very bush and very posh at the same time, right? Because of my father being in politics and having to do, like all of these government functions and meeting all of these heads of state and royalty and all of that. And then the next day you go and dig dashi in somewhere else by a river barefoot and stuff. But I think I really enjoyed just being in nature. And I think as an adult, I love being barefoot, right? So I think, especially when I'm home, I never wear shoes. Sherween can attest to that.
Ever.
Yeah, I wear shoes, but I just like feeling my feet on the ground because obviously living in the UK, one time I had a conversation with a friend and we were talking about it and I said, I don't think my feet has touched the soil or nature in about 6 months. It would be on a floor, in a bathtub, in socks, in shoes. I've never properly grounded. I don't ground myself here. So when I'm home, maybe I just overdo it. And it doesn't feel the same when you put your feet in this grass in England. I don't know. But I think that's one of the things, just being in nature. Do I get those feelings? I get those feelings when I go back home, to be honest. I mean, it's like we do enjoy our time in the UK and there are lots of beautiful moments and everything, but I just feel like there's no place like home. And I think sometimes just sitting by the beach and watching the sunset, it sounds corny and cliche, but I think that is my respite, my reset. I think that's one of the places where I'm happiest, to be honest. Of course, there are other things that make me happy, like carnival and singing loud and wearing costumes and dressing up, and all of those things are other things, but I think that's where I'm happiest, and I think it does connect me to my happiness from my childhood.
Ooh, nice one, Fee. Okay, so someone has annoyed you. What do you say? You are so annoying when ... Or you make me feel annoyed when This is a good question for Fiona.
You make me feel.
You make
me feel because if you know me as a friend, I will curse you. I will tell you all kind of things in jest when we joking. But when I'm seriously upset about something, I'll make sure not to curse you and make sure not to call you names because I don't want to attack you. If I come and I start attacking you and say, you this and you that and you an asshole and you this, the person is going to put their defenses up to defend themselves and then not listen to what I have to say as to how they made me feel. So I will start and say, you make me feel annoyed or whatever, or this makes me feel this way or whatever. And then we can discuss it because I know what it's like when someone calls you a name and then you just stop listening to what they're saying to you and the source of what it is that they're hurt. Even if they call me the worst names ever, the source of it could be hurt. But then I'm like, what did you just say? What did you call me? You say I'm this, you say I'm that. I'm not hearing. So I want to be heard. So I don't want to be attacking. It's about discussing, especially with someone that you care about. And, you know, the goal is that you don't want to be feeling that way. You don't want it to be happening again. So how do you have a real discussion? So that's what I'd say.
Yeah. And you're not telling any lies. It's
No,
so
she's
you.
not.
When you read the options, I'm like, oh, please.
No, she's not telling any lies. And she definitely pulled me up a few times.
Have I? On
Yes, in St. Lucia.
Uh-oh.
No, how I approach things.
Right.
How I approach relationships with my sister, my dad, my mom, and she always tell me, how about you do this? Show it, no, don't do it that way. How about you tell her how she's making you
How her
feel?
actions made you feel.
Yeah.
Right.
So definitely, and she's trying to make it rub off, but
If you see the looks
I'm
here.
I'm trying.
Incremental.
I'm trying.
Progress is progress.
Slow
Baby
progress.
steps. Rome wasn't built in a day.
Exactly.
All the cliches.
Exactly.
No, but if you want to look at it this way, you just getting closer to what you want, right? Because when you start attacking someone with insults, even though that's how you feel, right? It's going to push you further away from getting to your objective, right?
Yeah, but can I say what I want to say first and then explain to them?
Not if it's attacking the other
too late.
person. No, Sherween.
There's no things you cannot undo.
Words are very powerful.
It's
So
like
if you tell a child, you know this, Sherween.
Yeah,
you
of
tell a
course.
child, you're stupid.
Oh, of course.
100% the child is going to say,
50
oh,
years
okay.
later, they'll hold on to that.
That will affect the child.
Exactly.
Yeah, but okay, what about a stranger in the street? I could just say what I have to say.
You know what?
It have to come out. It have to come out. Sometimes it have to come out.
Sometimes it really needs to come
It
out.
needs to come
And
out.
There's I think I was listening to a podcast recently and they spoke about this. You know, sometimes someone does something to you, like as you said, Sherween, a stranger, right? And you're so taken aback that the way that you would react, the words, your eloquence, all the things
Goes
don't happen
straight
there
out the window.
in the moment.
Yep.
And then you walk away and you regret it. You're like,
Yes.
I should have told that man about his clot, but I didn't. And now it's bugging me because I didn't get to voice how they made me feel.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
You know, because if someone is walking along, they're like, oh, black bitch. And you're so taken aback. And you're like, what the ass? And you go home and you tell your friends, this person called me a black bitch. Well, what did you do? Well, nothing.
You just get paralyzed.
Because you were so
that would not happen in my case.
No.
No, I would
happen.
tell him everything about himself, his mother, his grandmother, and everybody else in between.
There was a time, I remember I was walking home late at night after the club, and across the road was 3 6-foot-something black men walking with a 5-foot or shorter white girl. And on the same road as me, same side of the road as me, was this older white man, and he was very drunk. And he was telling the black boys to go back home, go back to where they come from, using all these, what's the word, epitaphs,
Yeah.
right? And so I was there, and of course, all the feelings started erupting. And then, of course, I felt, okay, I can curse that moment. I was like, no, Fiona, you are above that. You don't need to curse him. And I tried to be
When they go
eloquent.
low, we go high.
I tried to be eloquent. So the guys did nothing. They stayed on the other side of the road. And then this little white girl came and she was putting her finger in the middle of the old man's forehead and calling him, you idiot, or whatever, right? And I was like, you're deplorable and you are vile. And I was trying to not curse. And you know what? I just walked away the same way, Vex. I tried my best to give him the most articulate, non-expletive.
And at that time, you're wishing Showin was there. Showin was there because it would be...
Some people deserve it, though.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Right
there is a time and a place. There are some people who you need to go in the gutter with them. And I will go in the gutter with them.
And drag
them out of it.
Across
and
the
push
gravel.
them back in. Yes. No, serious. I won't do it to everybody. I'm a teacher. I have to respect people. I respect opinions. I respect everything. But Gasa, there are sometimes...
Yeah.
So I'm learning, and what Fiona said about saying how it made me feel, this is, again, work in progress for me.
I mean, the thing is, there's obviously with the people that we care about, we kind of take into more consideration,
of course,
right?
Of course.
Then there's dirty people on the street that deserve to be dragged. Then those are the ones in the middle. Like, for example, your colleagues. So, for example, Chantal and I were somewhere and we overheard a colleague say to another one of his colleagues, hey, can I give you some criticism about your map? Right? So that in itself is a bad start to engaging in a conversation about improving something about your work. Right? So how do you respond to something like that?
No.
No, you can't give me the criticism.
Actually,
you cannot criticize my work. Yeah.
If you'd like to give me feedback, feel free. But no, you cannot critique my work.
It's about communication. It's about how you communicate with people. And for me personally, no, you cannot come and tell me, can I give you some criticism? What does it have to do with you? I don't need your criticism, sorry. Yeah. I know there's constructive criticism as in feedback, and I'm always open to that. But if you're coming at me like that, no, that's from an attacking stance.
Yeah, and instantly your
my back is
going to
up.
be up.
I will not hear a word you're saying.
Exactly.
Not one word. So I get it. I get it.
Aww.
I understand. I overstand.
You overstand the thing.
I overstand the thing. Yes.
Very nice.
I'm not saying it's easy.
No, it's not.
Sometimes you have to literally take a deep breath because you have all of these things in your head and it on the tip of your tongue, ready to come out, right? And I know it's not easy. It's not, but it takes time. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Teachable moment.
So guys, welcome to our next session of Under the Mango Tree. And I have a question for you guys. How do y'all eat a mango? Close your eyes and imagine yourselves under the mango tree now.
Boy, I can tell you.
Oh my God.
For me, when it comes to mango eating, I bite a little hole in the top, spit out the little piece of skin.
I eat it.
And then...
I cannot do Showin.
Showin, we're talking about mangoes. Let's be clear. All right. And I'm going to say something, and I now I don't want to say it.
Say it. You squeeze it like balls.
No, I don't. What? I definitely do not.
Squeeze it.
I suck.
But you have to squeeze the thing first, Gasa. You have to squeeze it first, so all the juice.
She bites it and sucks it.
I'm struggling, because literally that's what I do. I bite off the tip of the mango and then I suck out the juice and the flesh. And I love it. Then I tear off the remainder of the flesh.
Right.
And you see that seed there?
Yes.
A mango is not finished until the seed is
white.
Thank you. And that's how I eat my mango.
We didn't plan for it to go like that, It was supposed to be all innocent.
No, but you see, I do what you do, but before I bite, I squeeze. because you have to. We call it pétui. You have to pétui. It's like you kneading dough.
Oh, nice.
So you massage that, Gasa. You have to massage the thing. Make sure all the juice come out before you bite it. Now you don't squeeze it too hard because then it will burst at the bottom. You see where it was attached to the branch?
Okay.
It will burst. So you don't squeeze it too hard, but you have to squeeze it. Just imagine a set of balls. You can't squeeze the balls too hard because it will hurt them. So you squeeze it. You squeeze it and make sure it's nice and soft. Like what I'm doing this mango right now. You just squeeze it, make sure all the juice come out. And then you bite the top. But you say you spit out the bit. I don't spit out anything.
Spit out the skin.
The skin is fiber.
Yeah, that's nice.
So I need that fiber. So I will eat that. I eat in it.
Okay.
So squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And the juice will come out easier when you suck. That's the problem. That's not the problem. That's how you do it. So you have to squeeze the thing. I'm sorry. This may sound sexual, but it's not at all.
She's purposefully doing it this way.
And I'm showing you. Look, you see it's soft.
Yes,
it's soft now.
I'm right here.
She's squeezing the mango.
I've squeezed the mango. And notice not at the bottom. So the bottom is still hard. Okay?
Okay.
The bottom the bottom is still hard.
Right.
Okay?
I can
so
see
you
this.
squeeze it. So now all that's juice.
Oh, right.
So now you bite up the top, the tip,
and then
you suck on that gas, so all the juice coming out.
Very
Before
nice.
you know it, you squeeze out all the juice from that.
And then you can just
you
rip
peel
the rest
back
with your teeth, though.
With of course with your teeth. With your teeth.
Yeah, let's
so
peel
you
it
peel
back.
back. You peel it back.
Yes.
Yeah, peel it right back.
Yes.
All right, all the way back to the bottom. Yeah.
So the head showing.
So the head showing, right. And then, but you don't throw out the skin just so, You have to make sure you take out all the juice from that
You have
skin.
to clean it, yeah.
Clean that skin.
Every morsel.
Clean that skin so good. Yeah. And then you go on to the seed.
Okay.
And that seed getting all the work because it have to come out white.
Okay.
Wow. Thank you for that very non-PG description of how to eat a mango. And thank you for joining us on this session of Under the Mango Tree. What's bringing you joy this week?
This week, my walking has been bringing me joy. Just having the space and time to walk without actually having a destination has been bringing me joy.
Amen. Shoween?
So this week, what's been bringing me joy is smoking a joint just before I go and sleep. I feel, I don't want to say I needed it. I want to say it made me feel good. And that's where my joy comes from. It made me feel good. Just smoking one bud just before bed. That's it. None during the day because I'm not such a big smoker. Just one bud before I go to sleep. That's been giving me joy.
Amen. What's been giving me joy this week is hugs from my son because he's 10 and I can see how much he is growing and getting older and slowly detaching himself from me in very small aspects. He's still very much a mommy's boy and I'm starting to see the future that, how he will eventually separate himself from me in certain ways. And so I think anytime he hugs me or shows me unsolicited attention, I really enjoy and appreciate it. Thank you guys for listening to episode 2 where your real put me under fire, boy, with that foil paper. I don't know. I find you a little bit too hard on me, but it's fine. It is fine. I hope you guys enjoyed our Under the Mango Tree segment and I'll look into our life journeys with the School of Life cards because that's what we are in right now, the School of Life. coming up next week is Chantal's turn in the hot seat. It's our time to learn all about our homegirl Chantal. So you can find us on iTunes, Spotify, Acast, and SoundCloud. Follow us on Instagram, _relatable_podcast. And remember, new episodes drop every Wednesday.
Relatable, because a shared journey brings hope.